Hey guys, on to number 5 now. Um, if you've noticed with the other lures that I've been mentioning, barracudas quite a bit. And me personally, there are certain lures I would risk throwing at a barracuda, and there are some that I would never throw at a barracuda. If one hits it that I didn't know that was in the area, then fine. But this next lure I would definitely throw at a barracuda because it's long enough. Most likely the barracuda when it get to the leader, and it's just built with to take bigger hooks. So this one was purchased from Elite Tackle. I actually Richard from Elite Tackle. Very nice guy. Top customer service. When I tell you top customer service, trust me. He actually goes out his way to make sure that he gets what you ask for. No questions asked. Um, this one is the Red Sea. If you can see it, the Red Sea Bandit, watermelon color, very beautiful lure. Um, it's pretty long. It's probably like I can't remember the length, but it's over 165 mils for sure because it's longer than the Pelagos. Um, this is a pretty big hook. This is a 3.0 BKK, 5.0 end line on the back, size 8 at the front. This is a wooden lure. This one is a floating lure. So the swim action on this is pretty much similar to the Pelagos, the Amagari. Sweep action, best application. And I will use this on heavier gear, PE4 or up, no lower than that. Can you use on PE4, PE6, PE8, anything like that. Um, this lure, the finish is superb. It's a wooden lure. I'm not sure what type of wood is it. Um, it's beautifully painted. I mean, like the paint scheme is flawless. It has this kind of marble effect with the top. It's just like a watermelon skin, and the foil application is pretty unique with these little stripes, foil stripes on the side. If you can see them, so much light you can't even see them. But this, like I said, I think this is about 60 grams, and it swims perfect. It's well balanced, and you can get this, like I said, from Elite Tackle. It's more of a mid-range price lure. It's not super expensive, and yeah, I got these hooks from Elite Tackle as well. Actually, most of the hooks that I just showed you, most of them came from Elite Tackle, and the split rings as well. So you can give Richard a shout out on his IG Elite Tackle, or go to his website elitetackle.au, and you can check all of his gear. He sells um, lures, jigs, slow pitch jigs, leader, line, braided line. Actually, the bag, I'm going to show you the bag later. The bag that I bought, the lure bag, actually came from him as well. These hook covers came from him as well. He's pretty much a one-stop shop when it comes to terminal tackle. So, big shout out to Richard. He's my buddy. I would recommend anyone to shop with him. And this is a very well built lure as well. Sweeping action. I am leaving it for offshore fishing as well. I don't really cast it. That's the way it looks. It actually looks flawless. It's scratchless. I only tested it a couple times, and it casts pretty decent as well. It's not as far. The castability is not up there with the Jatfin or the Amagari, but it casts really decent. And the swim action is perfect. I guess with some of these lures, sometimes the guys sacrifice castability for swim action because at the end of the day, the swim action is what's going to get the bites. So it's a give or take situation. Sometimes you're in this position that the fish are kind of like busting up pretty far away and you need that distance to get to them. You might need to use a different lure for that application. So it's best to have different types of lures for different situations. So I'm not trying to insult anyone's lures. I'm just being honest and giving my honest opinion so that you make the right purchase if you wish to purchase these lures for whatever type of fishing you're doing. So this one, the castability is not super far, but it swims really well. It would get smoked by anything, trust me. And I can't wait to get some footage for Richard on it. So we're gonna move on to the other lure now. Hey guys, on to lure number 6, and we are heading back to Italy. The one I just showed before is an Australian lure. We are going back to Italy now. Another very well built resin lure. Um, Remember I told you about the jack fins earlier, they're resin as well, very well built. Italians seem to take pride in how they build their lures, how they paint them, how the action of the swimming would be, castability, everything. I have about 3 different Italian lures, if I remember correctly, yes. This one is called, I'll try to pronounce it, it's Auser, the Auser lure, or Acer, I think it's Auser, Auser. You can see it there, Auser lure. He's recently changed the logo so it doesn't look like that anymore. It has the Italian flag on top. This one is the bunker color, and you can see this one actually shows up in the light better than the other ones. Extremely realistic. You can see this, the eye and everything is very detailed. The top, the scale patterns, very detailed. um, the wire insert is actually a solid steel plate, so it's a solid steel stainless steel plate in the middle. That's why you probably can't see it, but the loops are pretty unique compared to the other lures. um, it has The steel plate is kind of similar to the siren lures. We will get to those as well. I have a couple of those. Um, this lure is about 60 grams. It's a slow sinking lure. It has an erratic extraction. I usually retrieve it on the sink. I don't try to burn it on the top of the water. I let it sink for a few seconds and then I retrieve it with a straight retrieve, or I do a sweeping action. The straight retrieve is very easy to retrieve. It's well balanced. It's not going to twirl or just act really weird in water. It retrieves really well. The castability is up there as well. The castability is pretty good. It's actually casting further than some of those other lures that I mentioned before. Um, it's actually up there with the jack fins when it comes to to castability. Sorry, with the Lara, and the Lara goes a little bit further than this, but this gets there. It's pretty compact and pretty dense. I actually had a hiccup with it because I've actually never caught anything on it yet. I dropped it and it got a little chip on it right there, but that was my fault. Um, I dropped it on a concrete floor, so it landed kind of awkward and it gave it the chip. Um, can still fish with it though. It has mono BKKs on the tail and belly. Um, it's a bigger split on the front. I think it's a size 6 or 8 or something. This one is pretty much, this is actually a pretty affordable lure for the quality that you're getting. It's very affordable. I'm trying to remember the price range of this is pretty much, it costs less than the Amagari for sure. The Amagari is mid-range price. This one is a bit cheaper. I can't remember how many euros it was, but it's affordable for sure. It costs about the same thing as my blackfin lures. We will get to those as well. But this lure, excuse me, this lure is this is pretty much an all-around lure. You can, if you have fish that are pretty much busting out a little far away, you can get to them with this. If you have fish that are being picky and they don't want to hit a top water, you can cast this, let it sink a little bit, get down to them, and retrieve it. It's actually going to get smashed. You can check out his IG, also Lures, or you can check his website. I can't remember if it's alsolures.com. You can just Google Alsolures and it should show up in Google search, and you can just go straight to his website. He has uh, he has a retailer in the U.S. I think I can't remember their name, but he has an outlet in the U.S. as well in North America. But these lures are very well built, very well built. And I can't remember if he has poppers as well. I can't remember seeing a popper, but he has a variety of different stick baits. But this one is called the Ganzo, if I remember correctly, 120 slow sinking, the Ganzo. But very well built. It's not a lure that you should tie directly the leader to the front of it, because it has this steel plate and the leader can actually break if you have a pretty big fish on. So it's best to put a split ring on first and then attach it to the line, to your main line. So this lure, pretty good. I would advise it to anyone. Very well built, extreme detailing. I mean, the paint game is on. His paint game is really on. So big shout out to him from Ocelor. I can't remember his name. I'm terrible with names actually. So if you're looking for another nice lure, you can try Ocelor's. Good Italian quality. Hey guys, on to the next set of lures, number 7. Remember at the beginning I said I have 3 major favorite lures. Jackfin was one of them. We are on the second one now. These are Australian built, very affordable, very well built, very well painted. This one I've casted a couple times, so the hooks are a bit rusted. These are Nashi custom lures, NC custom, and these are built in Australia by a guy called Nashi. Very good customer service, and I would say his customer service is up there with Richard for sure from Elite Tackle. Um, these are affordable. They're resin lures, slow sinking. These are about 50 grams. And I usually retrieve them on a straight retrieve. You can actually do the sweeping action as well, erratic S action, right onto the surface. You can let them sink really far down, or you can just let them go onto the surface and retrieve. I have 4 of them, so I have, this is 50 grams. This one was almost smoked by a 50 plus pound tarpon. I actually tried to hit this and it didn't get the hook up. Pretty disappointing, but that would have been good footage for Nashi. But we'll try again. Um, the other 2 colors, I have a coral trout, and this one is a custom color. I actually drew this on a piece of paper and I sent it to Nashi, and he made it. It has a Cast Life Barbados logo, my name on the belly, and all 3 of these have 1 BKKs, front and back. So these are very good in castability. They go really far. They You can let them sink down if the fish are not being aggressive on top water. You can let them sink down and get to the fish, and you'll definitely get smoked if you let it sink a little bit. Um, but these lures are well built, resin lures. And I have one more here. This one is 70 grams. This one is the bigger one to the ones I just showed you. This one takes 3 BKKs. So this is 70 grams. It's a bit more girthy, so it doesn't cast as well. Like in terms of cast distance, these ones go a lot further. Um, but this one is a slow sinking lure as well, and it retrieves pretty much the same way like the smaller one. This paint scheme is a bluish purple kind of color changing effect. That's what caught my attention about it. Very well painted, um, very well built. So you can't go wrong with Nashi. Very affordable as well. A lot more affordable than the other lures. A lot of the other lures I show you. So I would recommend this for sure. Nashi always goes above and beyond for his customers. I can say that with all certainty. Like I said, I'm not being paid to say these things, and I can't find any flaws or anything bad to say about his work. His lures are top notch. So you can check his website, NC Custom. It's nccustomlures.au or something like that. But you can check him. Just type in NC Custom Lures on IG, and you can find him on IG. You can Google it. The Google will probably send you to his website anyway, so you can find him pretty easy. Um, he has a variety of poppers as well. I don't have any poppers from him. It's only these four lures. My buddy Kevin actually purchased a few of his Stickbaits as well. And we intend on getting footage for you, Nashi, for sure. You're watching this, definitely going to get some footage. Um, so you can check out, as I said, Nashi on his IG, hit him up, get a custom pattern if you like mine, or whatever pattern you want. Or you can just go to his website and you can get um, the patterns that he has as the standard colors. Um, he also has some retailers as well. He has some other retailers. I think Hot Tackle. I think Hot Tackle actually sells his lures as well in Australia. So you can check him out and give him a shout out. Hey guys, on to the other lures now. These ones are also Australian lures. Um, well, they're not made in Australia, but they're sold in Australia. Um, these ones are from a group called cast.co. Um, if you guys follow Australian anglers, you know a guy called Ben Jones, GT Buster, and Mick, I can't remember his last name, Mick McGuire or something like that. Sorry, Mick, for butchering your last name, but I can't remember it. But those guys, very good customer service as well. I hit them up on IG, and they have some really nice tidbits. They do a lot of GT fishing. Hence the name GT Buster. That's why how he got that name. But getting to the lures now. These lures are called the Pop Teardrop 60-gram Stickbaits. This one is like a black, what you call a black saddle trout. I think that's what they're called. This is a Luma trout color, and it also has a personalized touch on it. It has GT Buster's autograph signature on it, both of them actually. And this one is also a Lumo trout as well, the blue Lumo. All of them, both of them are 60-gram lures. These, I've never caught anything on them as yet. I've only casted this one so far. This one has never been casted. Um, this lure is, as I said, slow sinking lure. Excuse me. And it can be straight retrieve, or you can just do the sweeping action. When I actually tested this one, you can actually burn it on top of the water as well. You can just cast it, let the bill shut, and burn it across the top of the water before it even sinks. It will just be skipping. If the fish are really fired up, they're going to hit it. Or you can just let it sink if they're being picky, like I said, and let it sink and do a sweeping action, or a straight retrieve, submersible. So this has throw-wire construction. It's built similar to the OTL. It has a swivel, so it's not a fixed loop on the belly. Free motion of the jagger of the treble, sorry. and the bat loop is twisted just like the OTL. So it's a similarly built lure, and they're wood lures as well, just like the OTL. But way more affordable. I mean, if you want to buy a well-built lure that's affordable, I would suggest that you buy these ones. These ones cost about, I think these were like 40 Australian dollars each, something like that. That's affordable for a very good built lure. Um, I think I told you these are 2Os on the belly. I think, yeah, 2O BKKs. They're both glow in the dark and they're very well built. Actually, I have a third one. I would actually get it right now. Let me see. Yeah, I have a third one. This one is called the Fat Boy 40-gram sinking stickbait. This one, right, smaller than the 60-gram. But when it comes to castability, the 60 grams has nothing on this little one, for sure. This one goes way further. I've caught one big jat on it so far. Well, I can't really say a big jat. It was pretty much a baby. I've caught one small jat on it so far. I haven't got to cast it much since then. And this one carries 1/0 hooks on it. It has the same setup with the swivel, and it's also a wood lure. This is a flying fish color. But um, I actually enjoy casting the smaller one better than the bigger ones. But all of them cast really well. All of them swim very well. They're very affordable. I would advise anybody to buy them. And um, you can also, if you want anything like hooks, they also sell hooks as well. They sell the Decoy brand of hooks and split rings. So you can check them up on IG, cast.co. You can follow Mick, you can follow GD Buster. Ask them anything, they'll get back to you. They're pretty busy, but they'll always get back to you, especially Mick, because he's the one that deals with all the queries and stuff like that. So you can message Mick about any queries. Um, so yeah, so pop to the drop, cast lures, perfect.